the recording. Gautam, are you on the call?
Yeah, still I'm not host. You can make me
let
host.
me introduce one more time. Hi everyone.
Yeah, now I am host.
We already given host to you.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. For your information, okay, okay. For this particular today's session is has been recording. Okay.
Yes.
Because of so many people may not attended for this demo. Okay, we will we will share you the recordings as well. Okay, how you can control, you can proceed further. Yeah. Okay, the people will join immediately. Thank you, Subodh.
So we need to wait for some time, or we can start how it is.
Hi, Subodh.
Hi. Yeah. So we can start, right?
Yes. Yes, Subodh. Yeah. You can start the session. Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. So let me introduce myself, then we'll start a demo session. So I'm Subodh Kumar, having 7+ years of experience to development into the Salesforce. I have worked in different, 5 companies till now. And, I have been giving training from last 2 years. So I have trained, more than 200 students till now. And, from the admin or developments, I will be giving training. And for the interview preparation also, I will be helping them to crack the interviews. Okay. So yeah, so before starting, I wanted to some of you guys, what exactly you are looking from this course. Either you are fresher or experience, you want to enhance your skill, or you're looking for job, or on this Salesforce. How it is, like some of you can tell me, like what is your requirement you are looking for. I'm expecting from anyone can tell me something about what exactly you are looking from this course, so that I can go ahead and I can explain accordingly, like what exactly you are looking for. Okay, so Hital, you are telling you're trying to learn new concepts. So okay, that's fine. You wanted to learn new concept, but what exactly after learning what you are looking? You are looking out of job, right? Or you are knowing the Salesforce, or you want to enhance the skill? How it is? Okay, actually I wanted to make it interactive the session, so that I ask this
sir.
question.
I am Suresh.
Yeah, Suresh.
I have like 12 years experience in SAP and warehouse management as a functional consultant. I want to move to planning to move to Salesforce as a development.
Yes,
that's the reason I joined the class.
Okay, great. Means you are looking for kind of completely switch your domain or technology, and you want to move to the Salesforce, and you are looking for new job, like
yes,
right?
Yes, correct.
So
correct.
that is your requirement. Okay, great.
Yes.
Yeah. So I hope
I want
most
to know
of
what is the plan. Like maybe if I learn thoroughly, if I get a job, or maybe for my experience, I want to know more about that.
Yeah. So you wanted to know about the feature and everything. What is the demand in the market? Everything, that kind of thing you are looking for, like now for this session.
Yes. One more thing, like my wife also looking for job. Like he's a professor in one of the engineering college. She want to learn any technology. Maybe this is the right platform to learn.
Yes.
I want to know
yes.
that.
Exactly. I will be explaining the same. Don't worry. So I'm hoping, like, as I am getting the messages from everyone, like they all are like looking for job. into the Salesforce. So because basically why I ask this question, because sometime what will happen, the people will come to enhance their skill. Sometimes they are knowing the Salesforce, but they want to enhance the skill. So for them, I will be having, completely different way to explain, because they will be knowing something. But for your scenario, you are not knowing the stuff, like, you are completely new to the Salesforce. So I need to tell you exactly how it is into the market, and if you learn, what would be the opportunity you will be getting into the market. Okay, so let me share my screen. Yeah, on message I am getting, hello, good evening sir, I'm a fresher. Okay, great. So basically overall, I found the answer is everyone is looking out for job. Once they learn the Salesforce, they should get the job. That is what a requirement of everyone, right? So let me explain you about the Salesforce. So I have a PPT, like I will be just introducing some of the points, and I will be highlighting some of the points. How you should learn and what would be the benefits and everything. Okay, so like you will be getting so many different kind of institute in the market. Like you can learn it from anywhere. Like it's a kind of more about the self learning. If I tell, it's more about the self learning Salesforce, because Salesforce is something that don't require any technical expertise. If you are not expert into the technical skill also, it's all fine, you can learn the Salesforce. But here svtechsoft, it will give you the better idea or better concepts. We are focused more about the teaching you or training you, and meanwhile giving you real time a project or practice. So that once you go, like you told, like you are 12 year experience, if you go simply, you say like I learned Salesforce and I want to work on the Salesforce, so it will not looks good. So what exactly you can tell, you are knowing Salesforce, you have worked on the Salesforce from last 2 years or 3 years. But how it will come? Once you will have a hands-on experience, once some project you are knowing, because in the interview they will be expecting real-time scenario, they will ask you real-time questions, right? So once you can explain that thing, they will observe, okay, anyhow you are knowing the sales, will get hired. But if you are telling you are a kind of fresher, sometime what will happen, it can take time. But if you are completely fresher, for someone like who is a very much like they just passed out now only this year or last year, and they are saying, for them it's absolutely fine. For them it's absolutely fine, they can say I have learned Salesforce and I'm looking out for job. That's absolutely fine. But for someone who is already experienced and they are looking out for job, so sometimes it will be difficult for them to telling like they have learned and they are looking for job. So anyhow you have to tell like you are a 2 year experience or 3 year experience. For that you have to learn it practically. So we are more focused on the practical knowledge. Nothing we are going to give you kind of theoretical or some question book or something we are going to provide you have to buy heart. It's not like that. It's completely real time practice what we are going to give you. Okay, so svsoft will provide that, and they will we will promise you to give that outstanding training where you can get the job. And our focus is after you get the job, you should not struggle. Sometime what will happen, somehow you will learn the Salesforce or by heart the questions, you will crack the interviews, but once you started working, you will be struggling. I mean to say, you are not able to cop up, you're not able to do the your task or user story, whatever you're getting from the clients, whatever. So that also we are taking care. Like you should, once you are getting the job, you should perfectly, you should work yourself, you should not take help from others. So that what we are focused more. So for that, if we will give a real time scenario or real time practice or project, then only we'll be able to do, right? So that we are focused more. Yeah, so what exactly we are going to discuss today. Already I have just tell about that svsoft. So that already I have tell about your my team and how we can help you out and why you have to choose us. And exactly after that core thing, what is Salesforce and why Salesforce, and how it is demanding in the market, how you can get the job. So this thing I will be explaining, and lastly you can just ask your queries, whatever you are having the questions, you can ask the questions and we can discuss it. So here, let me explain, in the high level of the Salesforce. So actually, I have another batch, like one batch I have, they are from the US. I have observed, like, it is so much in demand, or it is that kind of technology where you don't need to be technical. You don't need to be from IT background. Anyone can learn it easily because of its functionality, because they have built it in such a way that it does not require any expert or in technical expert or any language expert. They can learn it easily. So for that reason, I have observed that I have another batch, just I was talking about, it is having around 25 people. Out of 25 people, what I observed, around 20 people, they are from non-IT background. Someone is a teacher, professor, or someone is HR, but they want to come into the sales because of demand, because everyone is knowing it is so much demanding. What is happening in the market? We are having huge demand and resources less. So this situation only, people are hiring some people who is having a basic knowledge, and they are giving training, and they are asking to work. So that is the happening in the market right now. Okay, so we will more focus on your career, how you can prepare, like who's a fresher. For them, it's basically like how they can prepare themselves, how soft skill, how they can prepare, how they can prepare their resume, and how they can make it means effective. And this thing I will focus more about the freshers, because experience anyhow they will have that all skills. I don't have to make them prepare for those skills, but technically I have to make them prepare. So that I will be doing for the experienced. Okay, after that we will more focus on the real-time practice. Real-time practice, what I am telling, what exactly we are going to do, whatever concept I'm going to explain you, this all concept will be explained from the real-time scenarios. Like I will take a real-time scenario, and with help of that scenario I'm going to explain in front of you. Meanwhile, if you want, you can also do in front of me. Suppose what will happen, suppose I have given some task, I have asked you to do, sometime you will do yourself and you will stuck somewhere. Once you're stuck, you will not be doing next. You will say, oh, I'm not getting, how can I do? So for that scenario, what I have observed, every class, if it is 1 hour class, around 15 or 20 minutes I will ask the questions only from the previous class. What is the problem, how you have stuck, where you have stuck, you can share your screen and show me. I will be helping out, so that each and every class, whatever concept we are delivering, it should be very clear and sharp in the practical knowledge. We will be more focused on the practical. Okay, so that what we will be doing. So let me explain about the Salesforce, what exactly Salesforce is. So Salesforce is completely based on the cloud. So some of you are aware of the clouds, or some of you are not aware, might be. So cloud is the one of the demanding technology right now in the market. So people are more moving towards the cloud. Why it is so? Because you see, the previous 10 years back or sometime previous, you can see, so what was happening, we had to manage, when you are creating application, or when you are building your application, so that we need so many different stuff to build an application. You need a database, server, or so many different stuff. For installing everything, you need to pay something, or buying a hardware. So you have so many things to do. But as the Salesforce is using the cloud, here the server concept has gone, so there is no server we are using. So some other thing like database, like whatever we were expending money, or we were keeping some developers for that, we are not keeping here as a Salesforce, because it's everything in the cloud. Okay, that is the advantage. After that, another advantage is, like, you don't have to install anything if you are working on the Salesforce. You don't have to buy any hardware if you're working on Salesforce. You just need a internet connection and laptop, that's it. That is the best part of Salesforce. You don't have to worry where to where to write the code, and where to run the code. Everything is integrated, everything is in one org. So you don't have to worry to at one times what will happen. Sometime in previous time, if you're working on one technology, you have to work on multiple things. multiple things you have to work, like you have to go to the front end, back end, and you have to integrate the system, or so many things you had to do. But Salesforce has given completely automated system. Whenever you are working on the Salesforce, they have given completely automated system. So this part you don't have to worry how to integrate with the database and all. You don't have to worry, it's already automated. So just you have to know the options, what all options we are having into the Salesforce, and how we can utilize that option. And a simple example I will give you, it is same as your mobile phone. Suppose you are buying one mobile phone. Initially you will be not knowing which option is where and how to use that, but after next 2 days or 3 days you will be knowing each and every options, right? You will be knowing each and every option. This is also same thing. This is a kind of platform where you have to know the options, which option is where and what is use of that option, and how we can utilize that option to achieve our requirement. So that you have to know, kind of options you have to know. In this all terms, there is no coding required, nothing you have to write your own. Only you have to know the options, you have to utilize that option. How, like if I give you simple requirement like, can you show me yesterday pic from your phone? So what will be approach? We'll go, we will just enter your password or put a fingerprint, will go to the gallery, and so you will just open the study pic. So this is the requirement, and you have achieved like that. This is the way you have achieved. So this is also, Salesforce is also kind of same. You have to know the options. If you are knowing the options, you are all set. As an admin, up to admin I am explaining. So that is the thing you have to do. There is nothing required to be expert in the coding or anything, right? Another thing, like Salesforce is based on that, Salesforce is one kind of CRM. So what is a CRM here? So CRM is nothing but, it's a kind of, whenever you are selling any product or you are selling your service, so sometimes what you have to do, you have to make some relationship between a customer or your clients, right? Uh, Whenever you have any product, suppose you have just built one product, you want to sell into the market, what exactly you are going to do? You are going to campaign, you are going to post, you are going to, you will explore your product to be to end user. You will show like you have a product and you want to sell that product, right? So basically, once the customer will call you or they will show your interest, so you are going to make kind of relationship with the customer, right? So okay, you want to buy my product, that's fine, this is offer what we can give. So it's more about the CRM. It's more about the CRM. Salesforce is one of the CRM, and it's a best CRM in the market. And why it's so? We have a multiple reasons why it is the number one CRM into the market. We have a multiple reasons that we can discuss later. Okay. Now it is the thing like CRM, this CRM, why you are very handy. It's very handy, or it's very and so very comfortable for user to use, or as a developer or as an admin, it's a very it's a comfortable to use. You can use it, you can know the options nicely. You don't have to worry more. Just let me show you, the organization, then you will understand better. Let me show you organization. Suppose you want to log into the Salesforce. So how you are going to log in? Just you have this URL. This is the common URL. This is a common URL for everyone. Okay. And you can just log into this URL. You will get this user interface and you can log in. This will get opened a kind of free organization which will be provided by Salesforce. This organization for everyone, like they have given the free organization. You can sign up with this organization and you can just get into this org. So here, whatever you are seeing, this is a kind of platform, a Salesforce platform. Here I was talking, just you have to know the options. What is the option? This, if I click here, what will happen, where it will redirect, what is the things are there, getting me? So these options you have to know basically as an admin, fine. So these all options you have to know basically as a admin. So this is the user interface you are seeing, right? And this is the same user interface you will be getting once you started working into any company. It's not going to be changed. Yeah, it's fine. It is a free organization. It is a free organization given by Salesforce. But if you are started working in your original org also, or your company org also, there will be no change. This will be same. The changes of only license changes will be there. So mostly whatever you are learning here, what you are building your concepts, it will be same. If you have written a code here, the same code you want to copy and paste in the original org, it will work. It's not going to break. So it's the same only. So that's the best part to learn Salesforce. It's a completely free what they have given. So it's more convenient for the learners who is learning Salesforce. You don't have to buy anything. Just it's a completely free. You can just log in and you can create your own application. You can create your own functionality. You can do whatever you want. Okay. Okay. So basically Salesforce, what exactly they did, I was telling, no, it's a number one into the market. Why exactly it's a number one into the market? Because Salesforce is they are upgrading themselves every day. How they are upgrading themselves? Every year they will be giving 3 different releases. I mean to say 3 different times they are going to upgrade their system in 1 year. In 1 year they are going to upgrade their self 3 times. So what they are exactly doing, they are just observing the market and they're seeing the application. They are getting queries from the clients or everyone or end user, and they're upgrading accordingly. So this is the best way to, if you want to be, be into the market in the top, you have to get a feedback always, and you have to work on the feedback. This is a normal theory, right? So they are also doing the same thing. So they are having multiple clouds. That's why they are having multiple clouds. Like they have, like normal initially they had, like, sales cloud, service cloud, marketing cloud. It's a general cloud. But as it's growing, they are also growing themselves. Like they have introduced health cloud. Why? And why health cloud has come into demand? Because of pandemic. Okay, because of, the situation wise, they will be upgrading. They have included, and they have introduced the vaccine cloud as well. Because of that vaccination, they have included vaccine cloud as well. They're having different clouds. Just what they are telling to customers or clients, like, you tell me your requirement, I will be telling you which cloud you should take. Because they have a multiple clouds. Which kind of business you are having, they will give you a clouds. So what exactly they are going to do with the clouds? Actually, suppose you want to sell, suppose a simple example, you want to sell your product. Suppose you have built one product, you want to sell into the market. You will go to the Salesforce, you will ask, I want to sell this product. So they will do analysis on your requirement and they will provide you cloud. They will suggest you cloud and you can buy that cloud. Suppose they are giving you the sales cloud, they will give you kind of ready-made application. They will give you kind of ready-made application. How it is? Let me show you. Suppose this is a sales cloud I'm opening. So once you will tell you want to sell your product into the market, so they will, what they are going to do, they are going to give you kind of ready-made application. Okay, because for selling a product, either what is like whatever the product is, so the concept will be same. Either you are selling a pen or you're selling a laptop or selling a phone, the concept will be same, right? You will just do some campaign, you will just do some advertisement, it will be same, right? Ways are same to selling anything. So they have designed a ready-made application so that once they will give you application, you don't have to build from the scratch. Application is already there. What you have to do, you have to just enhance that one into your business. Getting my point? You have to enhance that into your business. So that is ease of getting the Salesforce and ease of doing the I mean to say, like, starting the company or for any clients, or it will be easy, right? Because they have given the ready-made application that what you have to do according to your business, according to your product, you have to enhance that application. It's fine. So that what you have to do. So as an admin, as a developer, you have to enhance that organization or application as per your business requirement. Fine. So it will be faster. Creating an application will be faster. So that's why client, or like who is who wants to start a company or whoever, like they want to buy a Salesforce frequently because it's a very easy to do. Suppose you are buying any, like clothes, and you are going for the tailor, and you are asking to doing your whatever, like shirt you want to prepare, so you are asking him to do. So it will take some time, but you are buying a ready-made shirt and you are asking, okay, can you fit it on my size? So it will be faster, right? So it is also same thing. It is also same thing. Okay, so they are giving the ready-made application, thus you have to enhance that, you have to change the way how you want to see. That's it. So that will be more convenient for you. It will be faster, and it does not require more technical knowledge because everything is integrated, everything is built. Okay, so that's what they have given. Okay, so different clouds they are having actually. So because they want to acquire the market, that's why they are having different clouds. Whatever business you are having, they will provide you clouds. Okay, so here, like, why you should choose the Salesforce? Why you are going to choose the Salesforce? What is exactly means demanding, and what exactly telling you to choose the Salesforce? So because I told you just it's a more demanding technology into the market because of their policies. The policies I told you, right? Like they are having multiple clouds. Whatever business you are having, they will be giving. Apart from that, they are having more advantage. I can't tell you each and every, but some of them I can tell you. Suppose you are buying a product from the Salesforce. You are saying, I want to sell a product. So what exactly, for whom, what they will be charged? They will be charged for license. Suppose they are charging for license, and you are buying like 100 license from the Salesforce. Okay, so what is their policy is, like if you are buying 100 license and you are using 70 license only, they will charge for 70 license only. But for other technology, other clouds, it's not like that. If you are buying 100, you have to pay for 100. But Salesforce is flexible. Salesforce is more flexible. That's why it's people are, and smaller company who's having problem in budget, they are going to the Salesforce because of it's more financially, it's very good. Okay, and even though, like, it's, I told you, like, it's more demanding into the market, and due to that only, because the companies are buying the Salesforce license very frequently, so they need a developers also, they need admin also, right? And in the market, we are not finding the people. So what exactly companies are doing? They're hiring some people who is having basic knowledge of Salesforce, or who is knowing other technology, but they can see he is able to learn the new technology. So they are hiring them, they are giving training for 2 months, and they are like keeping them like that. So that's why it is having the more demand into the market. Apart from that, because of a more demanding, it is having high paid salary also. So if you see the other technology, you can't expect more salary. But here, if you are having 2 year experience or 3 year experience, whatever salary you are having, you can ask 100% of 5, and you will be getting for sure. So that is the best part of the Salesforce. Because how you are getting more salary? Because what is happening, suppose you are knowing a Salesforce, a 2 year experience, you are having 8 lakh of package. So you are knowing at Salesforce, you will be getting multiple of calls. At 1 week, you will be getting 10 calls. So that time, what will happen? If you got selected for one company, obviously we'll have a notice period, you will go for other interviews also, right? So the person who is getting selected for a single interview, he will get selected for other for sure. So that is the reason you are getting 100% hike, even more than that. I have seen my candidate, they are getting more than 100% of hike, because they are getting 2, 3 offers or 4 offers, 5 offers, like that. Sometime within 10 days, they are getting 3 offers, 4 offers. So because of that, it's a more high paid salary what they are getting. Okay, here Salesforce is completely open source into the market, right? They have only made it completely open source. They have given more stuff or more, kind of learning path. They are having free organization. They are having a trailheads where you can learn it easily. So that's why it's a more learning they have given from their side only. So you can upgrade yourself always. It's kind of free only. Once you learn the Salesforce, after upgrading yourself, you don't have to take any kind of training. You can learn yourself. Okay. And even though Salesforce is having multiple options, it's what exactly you want to choose that you have to decide. You want to become an admin. Suppose you are not at all interested into coding, you can become an admin. You can become a tester. You can become a Salesforce, you can become an analyst, Salesforce business analyst you can become. So we are having multiple options. What exactly you are choosing? If you are not at all interested into the coding, that's not a problem. We have option. You can become admin, testing. You can go to the testing skill. You can go to the business analyst. But you are more about, like, you are little bit interested into the coding, I would say that also Salesforce does not need more coding skill. That is also good part. If you are somehow knowing the concept of oops, or somehow somewhere you are related to the coding language, it will be very easy to learn. Even though someone who is coming with the non-technical background also, they are, for them also it's a very easy to learn. Because as the other technology, as the you can see other language like like Java or other thing like Python or whatever, we are learning on the next level. But here we don't have to go to the kind of complicated coding. It's kind of very straightforward. They have designed in such a way that you don't have to work more on the coding. They have given kind of ready-made methods. They have given an interface, just you have to use it and you have to build your code. So that is also best part. Okay. So if you see here how it is growing, it's growing. You can compare with the other CRM, how it is growing into the market and how Salesforce is growing. So obviously if it is growing means more of the company is buying this is license. If more of the company is buying the license of the Salesforce, obviously the demand will be huge for the developers or admin or whatever the resource of the Salesforce. Demand will increase, right? So that's why demand is getting increased into the market. Now the Salesforce ecosystem, how exactly Salesforce had defined it for that jobs openings and how it will be into the market. So they only told it's a completely they only told like new jobs created by 2022. So how it will be 3.3 million. So it is a huge number. It's a very huge number. Even though leave it this part, we have to consider here in the India how much job is there. You can't imagine, like, it's a very huge number. It's more than 3 lakhs. It's a very huge number, right? So this much job they are going to create into by 2022. So this is that huge number which they have they have just announced it. Because they can observe, how they can observe, because as the Salesforce licenses they are selling, they can observe how many developers, how many admin are required for working on those licenses, so that they can give that numbers also, right? So that's why they have introduced this number. Means what is the demand into the every countries, how it will be across the world. It's a very demanding. It's not about the India or anything. Across the world it's a demanding. But India also, you can see it's a huge number, right? Okay, just I'm skipping this one. It's not that much related. Okay, now I am coming directly to the training schedules. So how exactly we are doing and how exactly we are giving the training, everything I will be explaining. So around 25 days to 30 days it will go for the admin, where I will be explaining about you the basic clouds, how it is and how it is working and what exactly it is, and what is the CRM, that I will be explaining you, and the basic concept of SaaS, PaaS, and LaaS. This I will be explaining. Then the Salesforce admin, which we have to target. The Salesforce admin it is the core thing that we have to see. So Salesforce admin and Salesforce automation. What exactly is Salesforce admin and Salesforce automation? If I show you into the UI, so Salesforce's admin is more about to knowing the options, So suppose if this is the something like, suppose this is a telling setup. Okay, this is a setup. It's a written as setup. So if I click here, what will happen? Where it will get redirected? So this is more about the Salesforce admin. This is more about the Salesforce admin. Okay, if I click here, what will happen? What option it will come? So this is more about the Salesforce admin. What we have to know. If I search any name we are searching, we are just seeing the objects. We are creating the objects. So this is more about the Salesforce admin. So basically, I was explaining about the cloud. I told you, like, whenever you want to sell a product or sell a services, what exactly we need a customer, right? We need a customer. It's based on the CRM, customer relationship management. So we need a customer. So we have to build a relationship between a customer. Suppose you are selling a product, what exactly you are going to do? You will do campaign, you will do advertisement, and the customer or client will call you and they will ask you for the offer or whatever, or for your product they wanted to buy. So what exactly you are going to do? You are just storing their data into a Salesforce. Basically, that what you are going to do, right? You are going to store their data into a Salesforce, right? Into a Salesforce, into your organization. After you got the data, you will be calling that person. You will be asking, sir, you're interested or not, or whatever. You want to buy that thing, we will sell you, we'll give this much of discount or whatever. You will just discuss, right? So basically, if you see another way, another simple example if I give you, like suppose Amazon also based on the same concept, right? It's also based on the same concept. So they are having huge number of customers. That is the reason, if they are launching any offers or anything, any product, so people are buying frequently and they are able to sell it on the market, on the regular basis, because they are having a huge database. What is the database? It's all about the customers. They're having huge. So mostly we are just worrying about the customers, or we are worrying about our data records, right? So that we are worrying about more about the records, right? So where exactly we are storing the records? Where exactly? Just I'm coming to the some small technical stuff, then I will come to the PPT. Technical stuff I'm coming little bit into the Salesforce admin at least. So we need the data that we have observed. It's more about the data, right? So we need a data and we need a record. So where exactly we are going to store it? Some place will be there into our organization where we are going to store it. So basically, those things we are going to store it on the objects. So whatever you are seeing here in the tab, these are objects. If you see, this is one object. Into this object, these are the records what we are having. Okay. So these are the records what we are having. So basically, can you mute yourself? Yeah. So basically, these are the records what we are having. Suppose you have collected so many records and you have stored it here, right? You have stored it here. How you are going to store it? How you are going to store it? So about how you are going to store the data, like huge data, bulk data into your Salesforce. So that is admin part that I will be telling how we can do it. How you are going to manage the data. So that we have to learn. Right? It's basically the admin is that how they are going to manage the data basically, right? So that we will be seeing. Okay, so this is the object, and this is the object is core thing of the Salesforce. Like it's a very base of the Salesforce. So what is the object? Basically, what is the objects? Just let me explain quickly about the object, then we'll move to PPT. Okay, suppose I am creating on kind of Excel sheet or a file. whatever you can understand. So here I am just putting a name. I am putting suppose company name. I'm putting kind of address. Okay, here just I have created one kind of Excel sheet. Okay, or you can say kind of file or some places where we are going to store our data. So here I have just created something called a name. Here I am going to put some of the name, like my name I am putting here, right? My company name I am putting here, my company name I am putting here, my address I am putting here. Okay, I'm putting like that. So what exactly I am doing, I have created an Excel sheet and I am putting data into the empty fields. So let me tell you one more thing. So into the Salesforce, once you are talking about the column, we call it as a field. We call it as a field. If you're talking about the column, we call it as a field. If you're talking about the row, we call it as a record. We call it as a record. So this is the one record. One record means a complete information of one person, right? It's a complete information of one person. Might we will have a more columns here. It is possible, and even that this also row can be more also. You can go and insert more data. You can insert more data, right? That is also option. You can insert more data. So whatever you can insert more data here. Right, so what is basically what you can tell, these are the records into the Salesforce. If you are coming towards the column, we call it as a field. This is the field, and these are the field values. This is another field, and this is the field value. This is a field value. This is another field, and this is called a field value. Okay, so overall things, whatever it is, we call it as a object. This is the object. This is the object, right? So how can you explain the object? You can explain now. It's a object is kind of empty container where we are storing our data. It's correct. It's kind of storage. We are storing our data. It's kind of empty container where the space is there. We are keeping our data. It's kind of your empty bucket where you're keeping your things. Another way you can say it's a kind of combination of field and records, right? So let me show you into the organization how it looks like. Suppose I have opened this object. This is a one object. These all are the objects, different objects, and all objects we are storing the data. So this is the object. If I'm coming towards the column, we call it as a field. So this is a one field. This is another field. This is another field, and these are the field values. So phone field, we are going to store phone kind of data only, right? If we talk about the row, this row we call it as a record. This is a record. This is a field. These are the fields, and this, if you talk about this row basis, so we call it a record. If I open this record, I will get all the information about the account. About this account, I have all information here. Here we have all information, or basically sometimes we call it as a detail page also. Detail page means all the detailed information of this account. So we call it as a detail page. Okay, we call it as detail page also. The detail page here, or you can say a record, it will have a multiple fields, and field will have values. These are the values. These are the value. These are the value. These are the value, right? And these are the field name. These are the field name, right? And these are the value, whatever we are storing inside the field. Okay, I hope its object is concept is clear. So this is the core thing. I mean to say like basic or core thing about the Salesforce. Everything is based on the objects, fields. That is the most important things, and moreover about the records. That is the third thing. Object, field, and records. This is the object. This is the called field. This is a one field, another field, and these are the records. Whatever the value is there, that we call it a record. whatever value we are having, we call it a record, right? So mostly like object, object, field, and records. So Salesforce is completely, that is the base of the Salesforce, and whatever concept we are going to learn, that will be on these three parts only. It will be based on these three only. Okay. Okay. So basically in the admin, that what we are going to do. After that, we are going to start a development. Into the development, we are going to start Apex language, which is the backend language for the Salesforce. It is similar to the core Java. But as I told you, we don't need more technical, we don't need more coding knowledge here, but still we are having some core thing that we have to learn. Some core thing which is based on the Salesforce that we have to learn, which is important. And if you are learning, that would be very helpful for growing into your future. So backend is something that is a common for everyone, either whatever, either front end developer or backend, whatever. So it is a common, you should learn the Apex. And what exactly we are going to do, we are just starting with the basic things, how to create a class, how to create a method, and how to run the complete code, how to see the output. Very basic will start, because we assumes like whoever coming to the Salesforce, they are having less knowledge into the coding. We will just assume that, and according to we will prepare. So let's start with the very basic. If you're not knowing to write the code, that's all fine, that's absolutely fine. We will tell you how to write the class, how to write the method, how to write the variable, everything from the basic, from the scratch to the high level. Okay. After that, this is a backend is something, a business process we want to do. Then we will tell you about the front end also, how we can design front end. I mean to say, these are the front end, whatever you are seeing into the UI, these are the front end. How you want to design, if you want to create this component, you want to create some component or something, like you want to change the color or whatever, you want to create a button. So these are the front end, how you're going to design, that we are going to tell you with help of Aura component. Okay. With help of Aura component, we are going to explain you. And after we are done with the front end and back end, we are going to tell you basic of integration, how it works, and how we can see, how we can utilize that, and how we can see. But we are not going to tell you in depth. What is our focus? Our focus is to get your job, right? So if I will tell you more and more stuff, no, in the interview time, it will be very difficult for you to know each and everything, because interview, they can ask everything. Whatever you will write into CV, they will be expecting like you are knowing the thing, and they will be asking more. So if you are knowing a basic also, you are telling a 2-year experience. If you're knowing a basic for integration, that's absolutely fine. No interviewer will ask you depth into the integration. They want only the basic knowledge. What is the method into the integration? Some methods they will ask. So you should be aware of that, and how it works. What all the integration we are using into the Salesforce, how we are integrating our system with other system, the basic concept that we have to know. So that we are going to explain. Okay. After that, kind of resume preparation. So this resume preparation, what exactly we are going to do, whatever you are having into resume, that will be there, no problem. Okay, that will be there. But one part which I will be taking care about the project, because as we are promising, like once you are done with the training, you can write 2 years or 3 year experience. For that, obviously you should know the project, which project you are going to mention into your CV. So you should know some clouds knowledge also, like Sales Cloud or Service Cloud or whatever cloud. The one cloud we are going to explain you, and based on that cloud, we are going to make you prepare for one project as well. One project will be prepared, and that project I'm going to explain you completely, and all the business scenario, what kind of questions they can ask, what kind of feature you have created, something you have to tell real time, so that they can understand, okay, if they did kind of real time, then they will ask you in the project only which kind of workflow you have created, or some functionality, like some of the functionality or automation they will ask you. So that you can explain. That's why we will be explaining about the about the resume, and rest of the things anyhow we will be prepared, like about your information, and that we will be writing anyhow, right? Okay. So yeah, so and that another thing, like anytime you can just ask the questions whatever you are having. We will be creating a group, so anytime whatever doubt you are having, you can just put your doubts into the group. Might be someone can answer your questions. So that is the best part of like how we can get rid of like stopping you to learning. So that's every time it will be enabled. And after that, if you are more interested, more eager to do and want to know more about the Salesforce, you can take a certification. That also we will be helping you to prepare the certification. So basically we are having admin or development certification, which we will help you to pass out the certification. So these two we will be helping you. Okay. So yeah, that's it from my side. Now it's all about the query. What exactly you can ask? No, it's not required. If you are not knowing coding, it's all fine, absolutely fine. If you're not knowing coding and you want to learn Salesforce, it's absolutely fine. You can learn it easily. Till now, just I have just told you one thing, like how you're creating how is the object. You understood the concept or not? What is the object? Now you can tell, right? What is the object and how it looks like into the Salesforce, you can observe, right? So that is where is the coding required. There's no coding required anymore. If you want to learn Salesforce admin, if you want to move to the Salesforce development, some coding is required. That we are here to tell you that coding language, or whatever language we are using, we are here to tell you. That we can that depends, like morning, mostly it will be morning, or we can decide that timing we can decide, but it will be because we will have a multiple batches. So timing anyhow you can you can just ask, and you can decide, we can decide, no problem.
If you want to learn a developer role, like maybe you need to learn like Apex thoroughly, right? Like you need to write the code from the scratch.
Obviously that's what we are focused. If you want to learn development, that's a very good, that is only the thing is like a demanding. So we are going to tell you from the scratch. It's, I told you, it's from the other language. Suppose you take the core Java only, like it's a similar to the core Java, but core Java is having so many stuff. It's a multi-threading or linked list or so whatever. It's a very complicated programming we are having, but those things we are not going to use here because we don't require it anymore. We need kind of straightforward programming, which will be, if you write one code, you can write the same code for other requirement also. That is the kind of repeated code what we are seeing here all the times. No,
Learning
LWC
like
is
Apex language is it easy, sir? Like learning Apex language.
learning Apex classes.
Apex language, like maybe compared to, you mean to say like compared to Java, learning Apex language is easy.
Very easy, exactly, it's a very easy.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
LWC is not going to be covered into this curriculum. Yeah, that's correct. Because I told you again, I am telling you, our focus you to get the job. If I cover LWC integration everything, what will happen here? You just think the scenario. From the interviewer point of view, they will be asking more questions, but here it's Salesforce is not limited, it's a very vast. So we will be not able to answer it properly. You will be here and there. So I want whatever you are knowing, you know it perfectly. Like admin, people are getting job on the admin also, but this should be perfect. People are getting job on the development also, the Aura component also, LWC also, but you should be know perfectly. If you cover LWC also, I mean to say Aura also, Visual Force also, it will be more complicated for you. Now once you get the job, learning is not going to end. You have to learn, you have to upgrade yourself. This is the thing that you have to do every time once you are into the IT. That's not going to end. So that once you get the job, you can start learning LWC, whatever advanced course you can do. That's your own stuff, right? So that you can do, but this course we are not going to cover.
Okay, and are we going to cover Aura, means full Aura
Exactly,
content?
we are going to cover Aura, full Aura.
Okay.
Sir, the fact there. No. It's not like that. It's not like that. I have given the example for the experience. If you are putting experience, what will happen? Suppose you are getting your experience, then you will be getting every week 10 calls. But you are a fresher, might will get less calls. Like might be 3 calls or 4 calls. So what do you think? That is more than enough to crack the interview, right? You have to join only one company. So here the thing is, if you are a fresher, you will get a less call. If you are experienced, you will getting more costs. So that is what it is happening into the market. This is a fact only. Okay, what is the starting salary range into the admin job? So it depends. Like again, I am telling you, if you're experienced, whatever salary package you are having, you can get it 100%, no problem. You can get it easily 100%, whatever salary range you are having. But you should have at least 2 offer or 3 offer. If you are getting one offer, you're joining the company, it will 70% or 80% maximum they will give, right? If you are having 3 offers or 2 offers, you will get easily 100% of hike. But for a fresher, basically for the fresher, 4 to 5 lakhs, it's easily we can get it into the Salesforce. So basically, as the admin, they will be maintaining more about the data. I just showed you like about this, how we are inserting. Suppose you are doing a campaign and you are gathering. Suppose someone has gathered like 1 lakh of 1 lakh of records. So how you are going to insert that 1 lakh record into Salesforce? After that, that's a one like thing that you have to do. Again, after that, suppose you want to automate your system. Automation means what? Suppose you want to launch a product, and that product you are launching, you want to automate a system in such a way that whenever you're launching your product, before 10 days you want to send an email alert to every user, whoever your existing user. So you can automate a product, automate your system in such a way also. That is also coding no required. There is no required of coding, that you can do it with automation, that we are going to cover. Okay, after that, admin day-to-day life will be like they will be doing involved in the deployment. So from one org to another org, they will be deploying the codes or whatever it is. So they will be involved in the deployment also. So they will be more involved into the data management, automation, and deployment. This is the admin work. Yes, it is a 1 hour daily class. So what exactly we are doing? Suppose what will happen, sometime we miss like in the weekdays or something, so we will make it weekend. But our target is what exactly how we are doing, like after you are done with the 2 weeks or max 3 weeks, we will conduct a weekend class that will be completely interview based. That will be no classes, it will be completely interview preparation. So an interview also, I will be not taking an interview, some other guy will be taking, some other trainer will be taking your interview, so that they can give me feedback how you are doing, and according to the feedback I can start working on that part, like where you are lacking or whatever. So basically that's what the pattern we have observed. Like I will take interview, I will be knowing about you, but someone other person is taking interview, they will ask anything whatever, but because they will be not aware what we have covered. So might be some topic we have missed somehow, or happened sometime. So he can take an interview and he can give me the feedback, and we can just discuss on the feedback again. So that's how it happens. But after 2 weeks at least you should have some knowledge, then only we'll go for interview, right? So after you get some knowledge, you gain some knowledge, then you can start going for the interview, real time interview. I will try to conduct from the other trainers. After 1 month of the training, once you are done with the admin, I will explain you one project and one cloud. You can write down into the CV and you can start going for the real time interview. You can put on the Naukri, you can start going for the real time interview. And meanwhile you can go for the meanwhile we will just go to the development side. Okay, yes, for 2-3 weeks it will be have a weekdays classes only. That's correct. Any other question? Any other question that you want to ask? You are asking that is it possible to complete a Salesforce admin in 25 days? If yes, how? Obviously, like see, let's see, 25 days means it will come around 30 hours, because every day like it will go around it's not exactly 1 hour, right? It will go here and there like 10 minutes or something, like, right? So it will be around 30 hours. 30 hours is it's a fine for completing your course, because maximum like 1 week you will take to come into the Salesforce, the complete setup, how it looks like, how we have to do. After that, it's a very easy to do. It will be that process will be faster. I can take a faster class, and you can observe also. It's nothing going to be going beyond of your knowledge. It's very easy to do, because all the other batches they are completing within 25 days and 30 days, so it's easy to do, no problem.
Hello, and duration of the complete course is 60 days, right?
Yeah, it will be taking 60 days, correct. So but you can consider that part also. Sometime what will happen, if we are promising for 60 days, we should not stick with the number. Sometime it can go beyond, it can go 1 week more also. Sometime you can't expect, like sometime we will not have a class or something happen, right? So please expect like plus 1 week at least, who makes sure like plus 1 week can be there. Or sometime you need a more interview preparation or something, so we can extend. It's not like that we are completely fixed, we are done with the syllabus, you go and we don't know you. It's not like that. We will like make sure you are done with the interview, and while interview also we have to take care, like we have to help you out. How you are going to, means how you are going for an interview, you are going to getting rejected or selected, whatever it is. So we have to help you that also. So it can take 1 week more also, so you should ready for that 1 week at least, more also.
Okay. And after completing 60 days, we will able to apply for interview. Is that so? Yeah.
No. After 1 month only you will be able to apply for interview, because once you are done with the admin, I will just try to explain a project on the admin level, and you can just go for the interview. Because you are done with the admin means we will be doing complete real-time training only. Once you are done means you are having knowledge of admin. You go for at least admin, at least attend 2-3 interview, 5 interviews. It's doesn't matter if you are getting rejected also, doesn't matter, means what will happen, don't think about that. It's very good. If you are getting rejected, it's all fine. You will get the knowledge. You will have another 1 month. Meanwhile, you will just brush up your admin part also, and anyhow the development will be going on. So after 1 month only, I suggest all the candidates should go for interview.
Okay.
Any other questions that you want to ask? It is anything you can ask, no problem. Any silly question, whatever you want to ask, you can ask. So what should I expect? Like you are done with your questions? Okay, I assume like we are done with all questions. then we can wrap up. Okay, so thank you so much for joining this demo. Yeah, so we can wrap up this. Okay, thank you.